I would assert that a lot of humans get addicted to like, well, why am I like that? And why do I
Mhm.
have that? And what's that about? And where did it come from? And so I remember, I think around the time that I had done Vipassana. Now, my trainings in personal growth before that had actually been landmark education. So there's a lot of conversation. There's just a lot of analyzation, a lot of conversation. It's, the study of ontology, why are humans the way we are, like the study of human being. And that's where I met my ex-husband. And so he and I would always talk about these things. And then I came back from Vipassana. Now, my experience when I came back, yeah, there were actually a lot of people who had done the Landmark Forum who were in my Vipassana.
Oh, wow.
And when we got to talk, it was like, oh my God, oh, you're from there, you're from there, you're from there. And it was fun. And they were like, well, how was it for you? And I was like, this was like the Landmark Forum on crack because the amount that you clear
Mhm.
without having a conversation about it was phenomenal. And I think there's also something else to that. Like the more that you talk about the thing, the more you keep the thing in play because you're still
Mhm.
talking about it like it's real instead of what does it look like to just clear? And so the more that you clear from literally just not reacting to it. And that's
Mhm.
like the foundational principle that you're talking about, right? Is like you have a sensation and you don't do anything about it. You didn't react to it.
Mhm.
So it disappears. And then you like crave when the body feels really good, you want to get back that like sensation. You're like, but be with it and let it go because then you're letting go the desire and the want,
Mhm.
And it's like, and so we just live in this paradigm of like, craving and aversion, like you're talking about, or like a want and a hate for the other thing. Like I want
Mhm.
this thing and I hate this thing. So it's like staying in that space that allows for ultimate freedom. And so you end up doing years of talk therapy in 10 days. Do you know what I mean? Because you don't,
Mhm.
and you find that you don't actually have to talk. And it was really fascinating too, because my ex husband, he was still in the always wanting to talk about everything. And I just started like being with things and letting them go. And they just started to clear and just
Mhm.
being really clear like that this reality is what you choose and like what am I going to let go and like am I going to get attached to that? No. And like what do I do? It was
Mhm.
like this very like light way of processing that all of a sudden became my way of life.